In a stunning development that has sent shockwaves through the legal community and beyond, Milwaukee County Circuit Court Judge Hannah Dugan was arrested by the Federal Bureau of Investigation (FBI) on Friday morning. She faces serious allegations of assisting an undocumented immigrant in evading immigration enforcement officers during a court proceeding. According to official statements, Judge Dugan was apprehended peacefully without incident and later made a brief appearance before a federal magistrate. She was released shortly after under conditions set by the court, pending further legal proceedings. The charges against her remain under partial seal, but preliminary information suggests that the judge allegedly interfered with the efforts of U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement (ICE) agents who were attempting to detain a defendant following a scheduled court appearance. Sources close to the investigation allege that Judge Dugan either provided misleading instructions or actively facilitated the defendant's departure through an alternative exit, effectively helping them avoid federal custody. The exact nature of her actions remains the subject of a thorough federal inquiry, and prosecutors have promised to release more details as the case proceeds. The arrest has ignited widespread outrage and sparked heated national debate over the appropriate role of state judiciary officials in the enforcement of federal immigration laws. Protests erupted almost immediately outside the Milwaukee County Courthouse, with demonstrators carrying signs reading "Compassion is not a crime" and "Hands off our judges." Several civil rights organizations, including the American Civil Liberties Union (ACLU) and immigrant advocacy groups, have come out strongly in support of Judge Dugan, framing her arrest as an attack on judicial independence and humanitarian values. Legal scholars are divided on the implications of the case. Some argue that if the allegations are true, Judge Dugan overstepped the boundaries of her authority and obstructed federal law enforcement efforts, an offense that could warrant serious legal consequences. Others contend that state judges should not be deputized to act as immigration agents, and that Dugan's actions, if proven, may have been motivated by a commitment to safeguarding human rights in her courtroom, adding to the growing tension. Several judges across Wisconsin have threatened to boycott certain court functions or wear symbolic protest pins in solidarity with Judge Dugan. Judicial organizations are reportedly drafting formal statements condemning what they see as federal overreach into the judiciary's independence. "This case is not just about one judge," said a prominent member of the Wisconsin Judges Association. "It is about whether judges can exercise discretion in their courtrooms without fear of criminal prosecution." The U.S. Department of Justice, however, maintains that the arrest is not politically motivated. A spokesperson emphasized that no individual, regardless of their title or office, is above the law, and that the integrity of the immigration enforcement process must be upheld. Judge Hannah Dugan, who has built a career advocating for marginalized communities, particularly low-income individuals and minority groups, has not issued a public statement since her arrest. Her legal team has strongly denied the allegations, describing them as misleading, exaggerated, and politically motivated. In a brief statement to reporters, one of her attorneys said, "Judge Dugan has always upheld the law and fought for justice. We are confident that the full facts will show that she acted within her rights and responsibilities as a sitting judge." Political leaders have also weighed in on the controversy. Some Democratic lawmakers have voiced concern about what they call a dangerous precedent of criminalizing judicial discretion, while several Republican officials have praised federal authorities for upholding the rule of law. The case is expected to become a high-profile legal battle, likely to raise significant constitutional questions regarding the division of powers between state courts and federal immigration enforcement agencies. Experts predict that it could make its way to higher courts, potentially influencing future policies and practices nationwide. A preliminary hearing has not yet been scheduled, but both supporters and critics of Judge Dugan are preparing for what could be a lengthy and contentious legal fight. Meanwhile, the Milwaukee legal community remains on edge, grappling with the broader implications of the unprecedented charges against one of their own. Red Pepper News will continue to provide updates as more information becomes available on this developing story.